Talk about COVID-19 vaccines. Nigeria is still heavily dependent on charity, as it were. Do you have any plans to make sure or to stop Nigeria being in a position where they are relying on handouts when it comes to still dealing with this virus?
Well, unfortunately, COVID really exposed the weaknesses in globalization. These days people are being talked about deglobalization. You can imagine a situation where some countries, developing countries in Africa, in other parts of the world, they have not been able to fully vaccinate their people. For instance, in Nigeria, with a population of over 200 million people, we can only just talk about maybe less than 4 million people being vaccinated, right? And yet, you find that some countries are talking about going for the third dose. It is such an unfortunate thing, but what do we do? I understand. Of course, what does that mean? There's is it vaccine colonization? What does that also bring home? You have to think of yourselves. Do you understand? And yet, the economists will tell you don't like the word protectionism, but we saw protectionism with COVID, right? And we saw that countries that were producing drugs held on to their drugs. In the same vein, countries who were producing vaccines held on to their vaccines to make sure that they deal with their people first. They get them vaccinated, give them third dose and possibly a fourth dose before they think about us. So it is a lesson to us that we need to really get up, kick ourselves in the butt, and begin to think about how do we help ourselves, and do not wait for somebody to help you. For me, that's the lesson.